All right, Coach Jones. It's a new season. It's a new day. What's new?
Well, only thing is, I guess we'd have to talk about the year in our obviously our schedule. The only new things, but we're hopeful with this new season that some great things can certainly happen for us. The only thing that's going to change for us is the dates.
Two things that I'm get specific with. You mentioned the schedule, which is where I want to start. First time since I've been covering the Tigers, you all got quite a few home games preseason. How did that come about, and is it to yours favor as far as building a fan base starting the season off with?
Yeah, absolutely, and we're hopeful that that's what we will see from the opportunities we'll have planned exactly for conference, non-conference games prior to our conference slate starting in January, and we're looking forward to it. We have Arizona State that will be coming here, and we'll play them on the 13th. We'll follow that up with a really good basketball team in Oral Roberts, and then we'll have a couple of Division II schools that we'll wind up playing. So 4 opportunities for our fans to see us before our slate start in conference in January. That's something we're looking forward to. We want our fans to have an opportunity to see our team, our players, prior to conference and really get acclimated really to our team. And we're hopeful that that will start building our fan base because they have something that they can relate to early in the season instead of late waiting. So this is something that we're hoping that we can continue to build on. I think our VP of Athletics, Coach Kevin Granger, done an excellent job of as we've continued to build and win, along with Madam President Crumpton Young. She's done an excellent job of creating an atmosphere and environment around our program and the department as well. I say so. Those two have really helped us in terms of, along with our winning, hopefully have put us in a little bit different stratosphere, so to speak, in terms of something we hadn't done before, and we're hopeful that that's going to be helpful for us.
Did any scheduling changes for a conference this year, or you all have same Saturday, Monday situation?
Pretty much Saturday, Monday, our schedules will be pretty much, and there may be a game or something that will be thrown off, maybe latter part of the conference play because of conference tournament possibly coming up. But for the most part, we'll stay on the Saturday, Monday schedule. The good news is that our games will possibly be moved up on Saturdays, that we will be playing around 5 o'clock instead of a late tip, 7:30, unless TV's involved or something else wind up happening. For the most part, we will start playing earlier games around 5, and so our fans will have an opportunity to come out, watch us play early enough, and then have a chance to go get dinner or something after the games, and that's something we're looking forward to.
Newcomers on the squad this year.
Well, we've got a host of them this year, and I think that they're going to do an excellent job of implementing their abilities and their talent level to help us not only get to where we were, but hopefully taking us to a different level. At the end of the day, Isaiah Marion, who was at New Mexico coming out of high school, wound up going to junior college for a year. He's here about 6'3", 6'4", originally from Phoenix, Arizona. And we're very, very excited about him. Zatarius is an unbelievable specimen. Zatarius Multi is an unbelievable specimen in terms of his physical ability and talent. As a freshman, played a year here at Shadow Creek High School, but originally from Louisiana, and then wound up playing at a prep school. I think it was Sunrise Christian that it's a very prominent prep school. I think your fans got reason to be excited about his abilities and his talent, that he's going to be a part of our team as well. So that's something that we're really, really excited about, and think with the guy sitting out last year and not necessarily new, who was a red shirting for us last year, that had gone to Georgetown out of high school, then wound up going to UT Arlington. We certainly feel that it's going to bring something different, a different look I guess, for our team and our ability to play when they have a chance to see Grayson Carter. I think that they're going to be really excited to watch him play. And then we obviously had the freshmen who were sitting out last year, and Kobe Granger, who we think that's going to do a fantastic job for us at today. Keelan Farouk, who set out last year and was a walk-on. We wind up putting him on scholarship this year. So we feel like that combination of guys is going to have an opportunity to give us reason to be excited.
Your returnees, you're depending a lot on them to lead. Who right now, I know you all have had maybe 2 weeks of practice. Have those guys stepped up already in practice to do what they need to do to succeed again this year for a conference championship?
No, they have, and I mean, we'll continue to grow and we'll continue to get better. One of the names that I didn't mention was Shakir O'Neal, who redshirted along with that group last year. And when you ask about the improvement, he's probably one of the most improved guys that we've had from year one to year two, as he's gotten bigger and stronger and really had an opportunity to try and take his game to another level. But it's that young group that is excelling with the older group that we've got, because we've got several guys that are grad transfers. When you talk about John Walker and Jordan Gilliam and then Carl Nicholas, those guys are grad guys that have been in here, have graduated, they're older. This younger group is one of those groups that have learned from the older guys and compete at a certain level, and it's something we look forward to and think that that's going to take us a long way.
The SWAC is a SWAC. Just talk about the conference teams being involved in those non-conference classic games that normally that's taking its time and all as far as being involved, but now you're being accepted.
Well, I'm excited about it because I think people have looked around and they've recognized, and I think because the attention has been brought to because of what our commissioner of the league, Dr. McClellan, have done an excellent job of going out and creating some opportunities for our teams and being on campus as though the Pac-10 the way that they have that deal set up, we're going to have an opportunity to play those teams at home, then go return those games next year. It's probably some of those things would not have happened without his vision in going out and pursuing and allowing those things to happen. And that's a huge credit to it at the same time, because you have to have product to sell, what the coaches in the league have done. And you've got some excellent coaches in this league who've done an outstanding job at their institutions in terms of where they represent, which allowed the teams or the coaches out there in other respective leagues to look in and say, well, hey, these guys have done an excellent job. And so this is a great opportunity to have an opportunity to be a part of the tournaments and the networks and everything else that's going on to grow HBCU basketball.
I can't think of anything else to ask you, basically, because you're in a talkative mode because the season hadn't started yet. You had to be worried about a lot of things. Oh, I do have one last question. Any changes as far as rules or anything? It's adjustments that the guys will have to make this year.
One of the biggest rules is, I thought a year ago, the last couple of years, they had a rule in that they thought people were flopping, and the officials were tired of that, and they would give you a warning. You no longer get a warning now. When the first flop occurs or whatever, they immediately call a technical foul. Yeah, because they're trying to clean that part of the game up. But other than that, everything's pretty much the same.
All right, then, reintroduce yourself, and we'll close this out.
My name is Johnny Jones, head men's basketball coach of your Texas Southern University Tigers.
This is Jerry Lee Woodley Jr., the College Sports Report, signing off.